story begins a decade in the past, when a well-meaning priest brings his wife and daughter to a remote Malaysian island to spread Christianity. Initially, their mission is welcomed, and the locals engage with the newly built church. However, the harmony quickly collapses as worshippers of the island's ancestral gods feel threatened. Dark symbols and ominous masks begin appearing, and soon after, the church is burned to the ground, marking the beginning of an untold tragedy. In the present, the narrative shifts to American teenager Toby, who is emotionally disconnected from his father, David, preferring the comfort of his phone over shared time fixing a car. This small act of neglect sets off a life-altering event. David is murdered in a brutal carjacking outside their home, an event Toby hears nothing of until it's too late. Racked with guilt, Toby begins to spiral until his mother enrolls him in a healing program that takes trauma victims to isolated islands for self-reflection. From the comfort of home to a desolate beach, Toby's journey begins as an attempt at recovery, but it's about to become a fight for survival. Toby is dropped alone on a mysterious island with minimal supplies and a strict time limit. 3 days and nights. Early attempts at basic survival fail, resulting in injury, sickness, and eerie encounters. A haunting sense of being watched intensifies when he sees a strange mask underwater and later spots a shadowy figure in the jungle. Toby then meets Madeline, a skilled but secretive girl living alone, or so it seems. She teaches him survival techniques, but warns of danger if he tries to follow her home. Her world is both fascinating and unsettling. The island, it turns out, is not so uninhabited and certainly not safe. Soon, things escalate. Toby discovers the body of Kay, the leader who dropped him off, and pieces together that something sinister is at play. He stumbles upon an underground tunnel, grotesque wall carvings, and eventually, the charred ruins of the church from the opening. When he finds Madeline's home, he uncovers evidence that she and her mother were the family from the original mission, revealing that they never left the island. But the truth is more disturbing. Madeline's mother, dying after a trap accident, reveals that Madeline is possessed, a vessel for the dark force the villagers once feared. It wasn't the mother who killed the newcomers. It was Madeline, even as a child, under the influence of the entity awakened in the ancient altar. The mother's last plea: don't let Madeline leave the island. Determined to escape and prevent the evil from spreading, Toby prepares for a final confrontation. He binds Madeline using a plant that sedates her demonic form and tries to signal for help at an old lighthouse using knowledge passed on by his late father. But fate has other plans. Madeline awakens and stalks Toby through the shadows. In a climactic moment, she shifts between her innocent form and demonic self, manipulating his emotions. Just as a boat finally approaches, Toby sets fire to the lighthouse to destroy the evil. But Madeline, in full demonic force, ambushes him in the water and kills him, seconds too soon. The rescuer unknowingly picks up Madeline, now back in her harmless disguise. As the boat sails toward civilization, her eyes flicker with darkness, hinting at the evil that now sails freely to the mainland.